I believe I'm going to respond to Ms. Cordio's comments on the meeting. The meeting with the NPS was not a waste of my time. I do not believe it was a waste of your time or Councilor Novato's or Town Solicitor Conley's time. I had a conversation with them about 10% of what they told us in that meeting. They gave us a lot of information in that meeting. Okay, I didn't feel comfortable going back to the council, giving my version of the interpretation of what NPS told me. So I consulted with the solicitor and said, I feel it's best we set up a meeting with the council, the solicitor, their solicitor, with us to all hear the same message. So it was not a waste of time for us to sit in that meeting. Everyone heard the same message rather than you interpreting of my interpretation of it.
I'd like to respond as well when I get it before. Yes, listen, 2 weeks ago, everybody came up here and said, we want the lighthouse, give us the lighthouse. We spent 2 hours. Joey Cordio was the ringleader, and you all go along for it. We want the lighthouse, we want the deed, we'll lease it. You've been saying that for months, and I've been telling you to read the act. Anybody who read the act knew what was going to happen. I think it was a great meeting because they said exactly what I've been saying, and Joy Cordio got to hear it. And for her to blame everybody else is outrageous. She's been saying that we can get this, we can get this. That letter you have says we want this for ourselves. I'm sorry, this is delusional. It's just absolute delusional thinking, and they laid it out. And the other thing is that letter we all got from the Garcia at Mr. Conley's office, it's the same as the legal counsel for the National Park Service said. Don't get your hopes up. And Mr. Garcia said a lot of things, but I didn't read it as you getting your hopes up. Yes, of course, they say, give us whatever you have. They're not going to stop you from giving them information. But again, if you want to do something, you have to read these things. Read the application, and those paragraphs will tell you where to go. If you really truly care about access, you would do it differently, because you would have a seat at the table with the Lighthouse Association. You have cut that off. So don't talk to me about access. That's how you get access. You want to fight? Fight. It's going to be $1 million for this town to fight the class warfare. This is not just happening in Westerly. This is happening all over the United States, anywhere there's water, and all over the world as well. If you want to get rid of the Fifth Amendment and just start taking property like you talk, as somebody said out there, it's just crazy talk. But you get in the same room with them. They're not bad people, but you've demonized them. But you can still have that thing you can send whatever you want. If you want to embarrass yourself, send it. I agree with Mr. Aiello. Focus the attack, but let Mr. Conley focus the attack, please. I know you got children that are in law school, but he's the lawyer and he's good at it, and he could have solved this thing for us, but you acerbated it.
All right.